You are now listening to a brand new episode of
The Driven Out Podcast.
This is Ryan on guitar.
This is Jay on bass and banjo.
This is Christian on vocals.
And we are Driven Out.
So you guys got the set list for, have you been thinking about what we're going to do for whiskey?
Yeah,
Do you know how much time we got for that?
it's the 24th. That's like a month.
30. I think it's 30 minutes.
Oh, for the set list. Yeah, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 minute set list. Hookers and blow.
I swear to God, I thought that was a joke. I thought.
No, that's the actual name of the
like,
group.
in my head, I was like, okay, he fucked something up in the beginning. We'll start over, but then he just kept going, and I was like, oh, this might be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hookers and blow. It's basically Guns N' Roses during their Use Your Illusion tour era. They had a keyboardist. I don't know if he was there for Appetite, but it was for Use Your Illusion. He was the keyboardist.
Yeah.
He was the only guy besides Axl Rose's band. That band. I think he still is in the band. I think he is. Or at least, but yeah, he's
didn't have a problem with.
pretty much. He's the only one after when he got rid of everybody. He's the only one that they kept.
Dude, so so I got the Live in Tokyo, Japan, the 91, 92 thing. He would always actually go, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dizzy Reed. So Ryan and I were joking about sneaking that in somewhere.
At the end of the
Before we leave,
but that would probably be cooler if we were like direct support, because they have direct support. So I mean, they're gonna play like at fucking like almost midnight then, because I think the last slot is at 10:45, and that's direct support for them. So at 10:45.
Oh, that's what that meant?
Yeah, so 10:45 means direct support, so that's the band right before them. So 10:45 p.m. and I guess that's another 30-minute set. So 11:15. So then that probably means that they're probably gonna play like at fucking 11:30 till almost midnight.
Would you have wanted to do that one, the direct support one?
So I just, I mean,
Was it the same or was it a different?
oh no, every one it was more tickets.
they went
so,
up?
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. So different time cost me more.
Yeah, so they had
That's
the 7:30 slot for this, like I think it was like 30 and then 35, 40, 45. I think right now we're at 40.
Because the
35.
lady.
Oh, 35? 35. Yeah.
We got to bring a Sharpie so you can sign your.
I know, right? Because
I know.
I don't exist. So right now it's a 3-piece.
That's so funny.
I feel like Brooks Wackerman. But yeah, so it's gonna be February 24th. It's on a Friday night. Our set's gonna be at 8:30. So
For 30 minutes.
for 30 minutes. I think that's the one show, like every time when we've played at the Whiskey for the first 2 times, we always wait on someone to get there till like almost right before we were about to play, like within the hour and all that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, because I remember the first 2 times, me and him, we went to the Rainbow. We went to the Rainbow, but the last time too, we went to the Rainbow, hung out there. That's when he got sick. When he threw up.
Yeah.
He threw up on the parking lot right outside because of.
What did you order?
Dude,
I just ate too much. I just had a full stomach, and it was right before we played.
yeah. So
Before
because
it went off.
Minutes before we played.
Yeah,
so
you guys were setting up. I was throwing up.
yeah. So basically, when we went over to the Rainbow, I think I got like the chicken soup. I wanted like soup or whatever, which was pretty good. And then I know that one of you were asking, got like they had like the Impossible
We
Burger.
ordered a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, it was like
We
you got
shared stuff,
Impossible
yeah.
Burger, onion rings, like a whole bunch of shit, and all I'm here with my bowl of soup.
Yeah, that's what
You went
happened.
the whole menu?
She was just like it was an outing for us. That's like it's so many things in one. It's kind of like a date night. It's like a going out on the town type of thing. It's also kind of like a just like, you know, it's our performance. And so there's a lot of different things. So it's trying something new. We never ate there before. And then she was like, you want to try this? You want to try that?
So it's going to be...
We make it look, it's just like a fun time for us. Because it's like, that's how you make, it's the mindset, it's like the positive thing.
And plus it's at the Rainbow. The Rainbow's pretty cool. And they still have that little shrine to Lemmy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because Lemmy used to go there every single day to play the video poker in the corner.
But see, that was a mistake I made because I ate too much. And then just like, I just was like, oh shoot, it's not going to go away.
That's why I don't eat it all before shows because I'm afraid if I do like the wrong thing, my stomach's gonna flip.
That actually happened to me, like, I forget which one it was, like, long time ago. Like, I remember, like, I felt kind of sick. Not, like, to that point where I was, like, fucking throwing up or all that, but like, I felt it.
Because it would just get in my mind.
That's why I got the soup. I always try to get something light or only drink water. I don't really, drink that much because, you know, try to make it or whatever. But then but we go to the pie with his fucking big old chili cheese
I don't get that turbo guts.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I would be afraid to eat that before we go on, you know? Poker Ray's like, let me get the cheese fries. Let me get extra crispy. Let me also get some salt.
You wanna know why? Because it'll all be burned off by the end of the set.
Oh, really?
It's the same thing they said about your underwear.
You act like you're the Michael Phelps of drums. It's not like you're fucking...
Let me tell you, you're the cheeseburger of drums, okay? You're the cheeseburger of drums.
Okay.
That was the hamburger.
Keep it simple.
Man.
I get scared. Like Rick will be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get some food," and then he shows up with the fucking Domino's box, like this big ass plate. My stomach starts hurting after that. I'm like,
Really?
Yeah. You walk back and smell it. I'm like, oh no.
No.
But yeah, so that's going to be our third time there.
Oh.
It's been trained.
It was funny, your story, how you met Scott Ian. When you walked in, he was just right there. That was your...
Oh, yeah, because that's when I was dropped, because I got there early to drop off my shit, and then I didn't even expect them to be there. The whole band was up there rehearsing. So then I just stepped in, and then, like, I went to go look, because you know how last time you always put our shit, like, on the set, or, like, on the stage, like, in the back, that's where they keep all our, like, the lamps and all that.
Yeah.
So I was just going to do that, and then all of a sudden, I go in through the door, turn to the right, and I'm, like, looking for a spot to put it, and I look up, and all of a sudden, Scott Ian's giving me dead eye contact. So, like, I got, like, looking at it, and I was like, and the first thing that came out goes, can I put this right here? I was asking him because the shit caught me by. So I didn't expect him to be there because I figured like those people that wait till late night. But yeah, they were there, and I actually heard them like because I got there early because you guys got there like way later. So I was there earlier, and then like they pretty much did their whole set like rehearsing. So I pretty much was sitting in there, and I watched like them do like 4 songs that they were playing like from beginning to end. Cool. When they did like a sound, so that was pretty cool. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Thing, and all that.
So this is before anybody interested.
Yeah, because remember they say like 4 or 3 o'clock, whatever time it is to like drop off your stuff and all that. So obviously I had the money or I had whatever to do it, and then like nobody was there. Like I saw stuff there, but nobody was in there. I just stuck around and watched them. I thought I was gonna get kicked out or something, but everybody was just like whatever, cool and all that. So yeah, I just watched them for a little bit. But yeah, when I was with Scotty, I was like, oh, can I put this right here? And he looked at me and goes, oh yeah, that should be fine.
Excuse me, sir.
So I was like, okay, thanks, Sherman. And then, so I just put the amp stuff right there, and then I was just walking around, and there was like nobody in there. It was just like the band on the stage and the sound guy, and then I think it was the son. He was there watching, and I was just sitting. I sat on the top, and I was just watching. I think I took a picture on the story.
The drummer?
The drummer of the band before him, I think.
The Scotty and son, the drummer. Remember that little kid drummer? Him, because that's his son. So he was sitting like on the floor, just like doing whatever, watching them, and they were playing the songs and all that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I kind of watch it's like kind of like watching them twice in the same night.
I can't get enough of you. I have to watch you twice. Come here, baby.
When I was feeling after I threw up, and then we played, I was feeling dehydrated. And also because I still had some alcohol on the stage too.
Yeah.
But
his little alcohol, his water, his tea. Those fucking 4 drinks and shit.
But it was funny because after we did that, and I went up and I was dehydrated, I was sweaty, and I was really tired. I knew that there was more water up to the room, and so I was trying to get to the room desperately. And then Pearl was in the hallway, and she was like, "That Brad set, man, pretty cool." And she gave me a fist bump. And I could hardly speak. I was like, "Thank you very much." I just had a breath. She was looking at me, like, "You okay?" And I told her. I remember telling her, "Yeah, I'm okay." But I thought it was so funny because I was looking forward to meeting both of them and seeing them play. And the first time I fucking meet him, and that's the only impression of this person is this guy probably almost fucking died. Like, something's going on with that.
Yeah, the thing with her, she was really nice though.
Yeah,
like she was really nice and
I
sweet.
just saw the guy. I only met her.
Yeah, like she was really nice and sweet, and like she even came into where we were in the green room, and she was all like, "Oh, like saying hi and all that, and introduce herself and all that." Yeah, she was pretty nice, even though she said like, "Oh, awesome set," and all that. And I think with Scotty, in that day was kind of like, let's just get this over with. Like he didn't like he didn't want to like. I mean, like, because I see like backstage videos where he's always like very nice and engaging with people. I think just that particular day, he was kind of like, let's just get this. Let's just fucking do the whiskey and let's get out, you know. Especially when he has little fucking dogs and then like, his little fucking foo dogs, and then even I think it was, I forgot who it was. I think it was one of the guys from Vela La Vela asked if he can get like an autograph, and at first he's kind of like, oh god, I need to take my dog out, you know, and all that shit. That. Yeah, like, you know. And then even like when we were leaving, as we're, you know, then he was outside with his dog. And then, like, Jonathan went up to him, asked him to take a picture, and then you can tell, like, he was kind of like, but like, he sucks it up, and he took all the pictures.
But yeah, that was the best, like, just aloof, like, not aware that he didn't want to take a photo.
Yeah, like, the thing with Scott Ian, though, is that, like, he didn't say no to anybody, but you can kind of tell where he was just kind of like, all right, and then just took the pictures. So there's some people that are like, no, I'm not doing pictures. No, not doing it, you know?
Okay.
How do you like doing the whiskey so far?
It's cool. Just the last performance just felt cramped. Like it.
Well, it's because they had all their shit on the stage.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That drum set took up almost.
Which, by the way, it's probably going to happen again this one. Well, yeah, it's because there's an actual band that has their own equipment, so they're probably going to have all their shit up there already. That's why even Vela La Vela, like when they played the whiskey before, they're like, oh yeah, like it's always like that. I think it's because the time that we played, there was no big group. It was just random ass groups that just paid to play at the whiskey.
Oh, so
that's why the first one they had the drums up there. But usually when we play on a night where there's an actual like known successful group, they're gonna have their own shit up there. You know, just so they don't have to take the time to set up. Unless if they decide, hey, let's just set it up all before we play.
Yeah.
And all that depends.
Don't they already have their own drum set already set up there, just for every other band? Or do you
every local band or whatever, they have their own drums. I mean, the whiskey has their own drums that they already have. But if you want to bring your own drums, then yeah, they'll set it up for you. But they prefer to use their drums, so for time.
Easier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all these big.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell fucking. You're not gonna tell Mike Portnoy, hey man, you got to use our whiskey drums. You know? You're not gonna tell him that, you know. So that's why
in tune to the way I want it, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why the drummer that was for Motor Sister, he used to be the drummer for Rob Zombie. He was a Rob Zombie drummer. The drummer for Motor Sister.
The kid.
Not the kid.
The kid played in the band before then.
Oh.
Yeah, no, the actual drummer for Motor Sister. He was also too. That's why when I saw Brian Posehn was there, I was like, you know, they can actually go up there and do Metal by Numbers, because in the actual recording, it's Scott Ian, that drummer, and that bass player. They were in that band for Metal by Numbers.
Wow.
Yeah, so they could have easily. I was like, that's why I saw Brian Posehn, because you saw him there, right?
Yeah.
I saw him there, and I kind of want to say this going, Metal by Numbers, 1, 2, 3. This is the gay part.
But you have to understand that is that probably that female doesn't know that whole entire song. And she was the main singer.
I know that. I was just saying, like, oh, we could have, like...
So, in a world where people have creativity and thought, you know, Pearl maybe just puts down the mic for one song and says, hey, everybody, Brian's going to come up on stage and sing Metal by Numbers. It's not the fact that Brian is in the crowd and we're going to play Metal by Numbers to him. It's going to be, he's going to come on stage and sing the song. That's what it's gonna be.
So they have a Dave Grohl moment.
Oh shit!
They're gonna have something, yeah.
Thank you, Rick. It's for the podcast. For the podcast. Oh shit!
Oh, one time you tune in.
What? Wait. I'm here. I'm here. Doesn't mean that.
Hey. You're lucky that you're here.
I know, gracing us with your presence.
Yeah.
You're lucky that you're here in Driven Out.
What do you mean?
Because if it wasn't for you playing on Jebby's drum set, you wouldn't be here. Because we always know that magical song. That's how we discovered that Rick could play drums. Because when we went over to our other middle school friends. Shout out to Jebby Abraham. He we went because we were looking for, because that's when me and Christian, and I remember we had John with the bass, and we were talking about, who could play drums, and Jebby's like, oh yeah, I play drums, and we went over to his house, and then Rick just happened to tag along like he always did back in the day.
He was right across
He was right across the street from Torrance High, so it was walking distance from J.H. Hall.
But Rick wasn't invited. He was.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I said he was a tag along. That's how Ricketts used to be. He's a tag along. So
remember, he got locked out of the gate, and then we let him in. Like, he was like, let me in. I'm gonna hang out.
Yeah. So then we went inside, and he had his drum set in his room, and I forget, we were like playing some stuff, like some really simple shit, just for Jebby to drum. And then we were watching drum. Rick was just sitting there, doing what he does like right now, just sitting there, just kind of doing his own thing, probably eating Sun Chips, And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, Jebby, that's pretty cool, this and that, right? So then we all go downstairs. So because it was a 2-story that he lived at, so we went downstairs, and then all I hear is playing like a drum, and then Jebby's like, "Is Ricketts on my drums?" And then all you hear is him playing the drum, going like, "Your mama has big titties. She has a big vagina." Like so that, like, and then we went upstairs, and Ricketts like, "Oh yeah, I play drums." And then somewhere along the line, we were finally practicing in my garage in Torrance. That's when Jebby was something, and then we go, "Hey Rick, you want Rick being a tag along, tag along to the house." And then
What do you mean tag along? Dude,
you invented being a tag along. You were talking about pulling a no-bat. You were pulling a tag along. Because this is Ricketts' routine every day after school. So if we all went home and all that, he would be at the house, right? So basically, back in middle school, it would be J.H. Hall, and then the apartment next was Christian, and then a little bit further down was my house, and then a little bit further down was John, and then it was Ricketts' apartment.
No, so John lived in Lomita. I was in the middle.
Well, he lived still on that street, but you had to go right at that time. So I remember, like, every single day, like, Ricketts would go, like, he would hang out with his friends. If his other friends at the time didn't want to hang out with him, walk down the street. He walked down the street. He would go over to Christian's apartment, knock on the door, and then when they opened the door, Ricketts go, "Can I come in?" And then the parents would be like, either if they invite him, then they're Christian. He hangs out with Christian until he goes home, and if they say no, he's like, okay. Walks out,
Door to door.
goes to my apartment, knocks on the door. My mom opens the door. "Can I come in?" And my mom sometimes will be like, oh, like, if she says okay, then he'll hang out with me for the whole day till at night. Or mom says, oh, maybe another day. And he goes, okay. Walks out, goes all the way down. John's house. "Can I come in?" And same thing. And then finally, if they say no, then he just goes home.
Damn.
Every single day. So that's why if Ricketts doesn't come to my house, I always know. He's hanging out with Christian. That's how I always know if he doesn't come. That's why the days when he knocks on the door, I go, Christian said no.
There are days that I don't always go to you guys' house.
That's
what I'm saying. You hang out with what other special ed friends you had at the time.
Okay. So for your memory correction, I don't hang. If I hang out with anybody, it'll be people who lived in my apartment that went to the same school.
Utah
wasn't in our same grade.
No, but he lives in the apartment.
Well, yeah, he was there. Utah was there. Like normally, I would hang out with people at my apartment. I wouldn't always go to your guys' house.
Yeah.
I would go to your guys' house if convenient. Like if I had nothing to do at home at that particular day and time. So as soon as school ends, I would see what you guys are up to. If you guys are not doing anything, I'll ask if I can come over. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
At those days, it had to be permission from the parents because obviously we were like 12, 13 years old.
Well, yeah, so. but then again, when I would get there, can I come in? Yes or no. That's it. I'm not gonna force my way into something.
Yeah, that's why I was saying the whole you ask, can I come in? Because if it was up to me, dude, I'd let you hang out every fucking day. But sometimes my mom's like, no friends today. So I'll be like, okay. So
sometimes
that's why
I minded my peace and privacy.
Yeah. See, he would be the one to actually say no to you. I would tell my mom like, oh, can Ricketts come over today? And either my mom, sometimes if she's feeling it or not, because that's when my mom was in a whole different headspace. So sometimes after when I get home from school, she'd be like, I'm not in the mood for any of your friends today. I'm like, all right. So when you come in, she would say no. Or if she doesn't say anything, then if she says yeah, then that's you come in. That's when we fucking play Mario Party 2.
For me, I always when I was in school and I get home and I felt like I did my service of being around people. So I was like, shoot, no, I just was around a whole bunch of people. I'm gonna hang out at home.
Oh man. So that's how Ricketts forced his way into our, and that's why every time we always talk about the bands that Ricketts just happens to be right over there. So especially when it was drums, we were looking at Ricketts. Then we put 2 and 2 together. Oh, hey, Ricketts does play drums, and that's when he goes, "Yeah, my mom taught me." And it's funny because your uncle, I mean, he was probably, I don't know if did your uncles drink at all or no?
He doesn't drink anymore.
Both of them that were there. I don't know which one it was.
So probably my Uncle Ronald probably had one drink.
Who's the one that was talking to Christian about the James Brown thing? Was it him?
My Uncle Ronald.
Yeah, so I think, because when, towards the end, because, he came, he was like, hey, man, you did a good job, this and that. And I was like, oh, yeah, man, because I always refer to them, for you as Jonathan, because obviously I had to tell him Jonathan, Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, Jonathan did good on the drums, too, and then all that. And I told him, like, yeah, because he's telling me how his mom used to teach him. And he goes, that's some bullshit. I taught Jonathan how to play drums. That's what he was saying. He goes, he didn't learn shit from his mama. He learned from me.
So correction, I did learn from my mom.
I know, but that's what he said. That's what I'm saying. That's funny because I know you've always told us.
Yeah, it's funny.
And your mom told us that too. That's why, like with him, when he said that, because obviously he was probably a little tipsy and probably just in the moment, He's like, that's bullshit. He learned shit from his mama. He learned from me.
Well, yeah, because at that time my uncle was musically, talented. During his little time when he was traveling with some of big names and stuff.
That you also failed to tell us about.
Yeah.
Which is okay, because it wasn't.
Dude, we could have met James Brown before he died.
Yeah. But so I learned playing drums from my mom. Mom and dad. At my dad's church that first started over in Culver City. Then it moved from Culver City over into what part of the city? Almost closer to Westwood at the time. And from there, I was taught mostly by my mom, and then I learned from other people who would always come in. But yeah, everything was literally done by ear, like literally sight by ear, like ear and sight. I can't. If somebody put like a musical sheet in front of me, well, back then, I wouldn't know how to read it. You literally have to show me how to do it, and I'll do it exactly the way how you showed me, or if different in my own comfortable style. But yeah, that's it. That's my drumming life.
Yeah, and then and obviously every time, like back in the days with me and Christian, we always had to fund everything. So like with the drums, we had to get all the drum pieces, buy them together, get you the drum. And then with John, we bought him his bass guitar when he first started, so we had to get the bass, and like we had to fucking buy everything, even the other bass. Which, by the way, I think I need to put another 9-volt battery in there on your bass. You bought that. I saw. Yeah, you bought it, and then all that, and then
the black one.
Yeah, the black one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a black one. What black one?
The one that I always used to record, like when I record the song.
I thought you used this one.
No, I don't use that. No, I only got this for when we did the acoustic demo.
Yeah.
And then after when I got because I didn't have that other bass at the time. Guthrie had it. Was it Guthrie or Brandon that had it?
One of them had it. I think.
Whoever's the last person had it, I think it was Guthrie. So Guthrie had it. So that's why I'm like, I can do the electric recorders. I just need an actual bass. I was almost gonna buy one, but then I remember you had that. So then you had to get that from Guthrie or Brand. I'll say Guthrie. Get it from Guthrie, and then got it from here, and then that's when I started recording all that. And then that one, literally, I just had to hang it on my wall in my living room because I put like a hall, so that's kind of like a fucking wall decoration in that part. Yeah, it's like really like right there in the corner. So that's why there's a bunch of dust on there because I think the last time I touched that is the last time we played with it. I just haven't put it on there. Yeah.
Rick, are you in the right tuning?
I don't need tuning.
I still remember fucking when we were in Beatty, and then he's like, I need to tune my drums, and the whole entire time he had a little thingy. He kept hitting it, and then he fucking ends up breaking.
Oh, what? Okay,
he's like, my drums are in G, and then he kept hitting it and twisting it, and he did it. He fucked up, and then that shit broke.
I do remember that.
That's whenever that shit broke on him. Like, come on, man.
It's okay.
Was that your snare also?
Now that I finally think about it, so I've noticed that the last few times that we played shows that you bring the drum set, you don't bring the green drum set. How come we don't bring that one no more?
What green drums?
The Tamil one.
Oh, the blue ones?
Yeah, the blue ones. Yeah, the ones that you bought on offer. How come I haven't been using that one?
So I didn't properly store those in the proper space, so some of them have water damage on them, so.
Because like the rain and shit, or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just leave them outside?
Yeah, I don't have space inside my house.
So you literally have the drums like outside in the fucking like backyard or whatever?
In the elements.
Yeah. just right. Well, it was right beside me. When I first put it outside, I had something there to cover it, to keep it, protected from the rain. But then my dad, had this whole idea. Hey, I need to clean my backyard all over again. Fucking moved my drums and took the cloth, like the plastic sheeting I had over it, like the tarp. Never saw the tarp ever again. It was gone.
That full sabotaged you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, like, if I was supposed to bring it, the snare on the inside would be like wet, like blackish because of the fucking roof and stuff like that.
So, are you saying like those drums are like dead, or if you replace all the heads on both sides, would it still be good?
So here's the thing: heads are fine. The problem is the wood on the inside. It's not like it's gonna be like how wood like you see out there with how it gets warped and bent. It's different. Like it fucks with the actual acoustics. So it doesn't matter how perfect the toms may sound. It's gonna sound like it's not gonna sound proper. Put it that way.
So that's why you've been taking your dad's drum set. Does he? So because of that, have you told him I need to take your drum set then? Or he doesn't know you take it? Or
so basically, what I'm gonna do with those, I'll put them up on offer for about like $200 for somebody to come and take them.
All right.
So which one? The ones that your dad's drum set?
No, mine. And then I've seen better drum sets, used ones over at Sam Ash for like $300-400. I'm like, fuck, dude, should have come here.
So, be honest. What's the most nervous you've been for? Which performance was the one that you were most nervous for?
Like with you guys or just in life?
Don't give me that light.
No. Just since we've driven out.
I'm trying to help you get out of the wormhole of what you just were in the last 10 minutes of.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, be back.
Out, bro.
What makes you? I'm giving you. Grab the line and pull. I'll grab you out. Okay.
It's gotta be Whiskey Part 1. When you threw the stick at and enjoy the silence.
No.
What goes through your mind when you got the six?
For that performance.
Wait, I'm sorry. I gotta say something about that though. You know what's funny is when I see him drop the sticks, I go, he probably thinks I'm gonna get onto him. Alright, I gotta do that.
He doesn't look.
That's why he gets scared. He gets scared of
looks
you.
at you before he looks for the stick.
Yeah.
He's like, oh fuck, and then he picks it up.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Rick.
Yeah, no. What you call it? Most nervous. I'll probably say the whiskey. If it wasn't the whiskey, it'd probably be the House of Blues.
You got nervous, but go back in that moment. What did you feel? Did you really feel nervous? Like, at what moment did you start to feel nervous? When you were walking to the stage,
just right when I start playing the first song. After the first song is done, that's it. I'm just in the groove.
What did you think when you saw that crowd at the House of Blues?
I felt great. It felt like back when I was young, playing like in front of like.
Okay.
Go on. We don't want to hear about all that.
Wait.
When I was 6 years old.
Let me get my thought out.
No. That's not a thought.
Let me get my thought out so I can get
Some kind of closure or what?
No, man. Just let me see what I have to say. So basically, how I felt at the House of Blues is very similar to how I was as a child playing inside the church for drums. I would get really excited when there's a big crowd. Like if there's a lot of people there, I'm gonna play louder. I'm gonna play faster.
Yeah.
And
so what was that at the House of Blues?
Did I not play louder and faster? Did I not give you guys the performance of real life? Were you guys not entertained?
Go ahead and finish your story. I want to hear about the childhood trauma.
There is no childhood trauma right there.
He's going back in the wormhole.
So when I played at the church, it felt great because they had over 200 something people in there. And then when you start to see people dancing and moving, it makes you want to play, like just keep that momentum going, if not make it better. Mm-hmm. So when I saw that, with the little mosh pit that they were trying to form at the House of Blues, I was like, fuck yeah, dude, this is great, dude. I wanna play more. Like I want to, bring that energy. Like just keep it going.
What was your reaction when you saw the crowd though? Because that was the largest one, and it wasn't when we set up. They weren't all there, were they?
No. There was like half of that.
Yeah. So what was your reaction? You're like, holy shit, the room's full.
I felt great. I felt excited.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to put into words, but it's kind of feeling like, oh shit, this is real. This is happening. Like this is a lot of people. From kids to teenagers to adults. Like we had the whole age range.
What was your point of view? Like I'm curious because I don't know about you guys. Because for me, it's hard for me to like always just focus on one thing and looking at them. But you get to sit down and look at all of them, right? So what's it like when you're sitting and watching everybody? Like you're watching Jay like jump up on the fence. You're watching Ryan do the solo. Like you're watching the kids. So like because us, we'll move or we look down and we blink for a moment, right? And so there's things that we miss, but you're watching the whole thing as you're also participating. That is the closest to virtual reality, but in the reality type of thing right there, dude. You're like living the...
That's why a lot of drummers say they have the best seat in the house.
Yeah, so when I'm normally sitting on the throne...
Oh, now it's the throne.
And I'm looking
you actually reeled me in right there for a second. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And then the throne.
Yeah, so yes, just a quick PSA, but when drummers sit on a seat, that's called a throne. Mm-hmm. So
my dad calls that for the toilet too.
Hey man, whatever you want to call your throne, man. But yeah, so when I sit down and I'm looking out, I am seeing it's kind of like one of those like surreal experiences. Like you're like, damn, there's a lot of people out here. Hey, I can see that person picking their nose, but nobody else sees it. Damn, that's dirty, man. I hope you don't touch nobody. And it's just like you're basically making commentary as you're watching everybody else's moves. Like you notice them, but they won't notice you.
So is that what you're thinking of when all three of us are looking at you saying, "Hey, Rick, start the song." Start the song.
No,
no one's thinking of me.
So when it's like that, I'm just looking at them like, is it time yet? Is it time yet? Okay, no, it's not time. All right, well, they're still doing the thing. Huh? What's going on over there? Oh shit! Hey, that person looks good. But oh well.
But oh well.
Lost confidence immediately.
I know.
But oh well, I'm the drummer. like that doesn't mean.
Well,
what a response.
For me, like at the House of Blues, like what I thought, like when I went when we went on the stage, because I think we were like the second, third band. I forget which one we were.
Yeah, probably second. No,
it was early. It was like 7:30 when we played, right? Yeah, it was early as shit. But then everything got delayed. Remember? That's why we got away with playing a couple extra songs because it was delayed.
No, we were able to play an extra song because the previous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything got delayed.
They and they played longer.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, that's why when I think at the end I was like, let's just fucking play. Let's just play.
Oh, we
added like a song. I think it was.
Then we played Them Do It.
Yeah, because they wouldn't know because everything was already off time.
Yeah.
And so that's why we were able to get away with that. And like I said, for me, like when I went on the stage, I just see like all the people there. They're already excited as shit. And like I remember you made a comment saying, "Who paid these people to be here and cheer for us?" Because everybody was like way too ecstatic, and all that. And that's what made the show even better because like it was more like the energy. They always talk about how energy being passed back and forth and all that.
Legs and shit. That was tight.
For me, like it got me like going too for Wild. So like it's a good thing I have the whole entire live of Wild on our YouTube. And for House of Blues, and dude, by the time after we finished Wild, dude, I was beat, like I was fucking completely dead tired.
Oh wow.
Okay.
What's crazy about that? That was the first time that we decided to do Wild as the opener.
Yeah, that was the first time. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on,
that's
so
what it was
you
too.
were dead tired after the first song?
Just in that because of how the going back and forth with the energy and just getting into it and dude,
It's the adrenaline.
I fucking did a fucking jump.
I have a
And
picture.
yeah, dude, like
I have a picture
I
of
didn't,
you jump,
yeah, I was like, you did a jump. Like I didn't even plan that. That shit just came, you know, like it was just like,
Yeah,
like and I was
that's-
fucking going around
in the
and getting all
moment,
into it or
crazy.
whatever. And I remember after that, dude, I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, how much time we have left?
That is,
You know, like,
that is quite common, and that's what a lot of people in music seek out.
Thank you, Dr. Rick.
What?
You give me the therapist from Sopranos. You give me that vibe.
he has to be the guy to explain shit, even though he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. This dude didn't even know that there was a game on today. And
Yeah, he's going for the Andy Reid.
he's going for the Kansas City
I'm
Andy
sorry,
Reid.
Rick. But
But
yeah,
anyway.
that's
No,
common.
I'm done, man.
But anyway, so basically, I'm talking about the House of Blues,
Yeah,
going
that was-
completely ecstatic and all that. We went from that to having our very first ever cancellation, which was supposed to be today at the Speakeasy.
Oh well.
Yeah, so which is kind of it's kind of funny when you think about it because like I don't know what I still don't know.
You know what?
Did he get back to you?
He texted me maybe 4 or 5 days ago. And he was like, "Hey man, I'm no longer." He told me later. He told me after they had already told me that he wasn't going to be with him anymore. But I'm not quite sure why.
He didn't explain himself or anything.
No, he tried calling me last night though, actually too. But I was on my way home. I was driving. I couldn't answer it.
Yeah, so basically,
Right.
like what happened was, we were gonna play at the Speakeasy. We had it booked with some other guy, and then we found out that the guy wasn't there no more. And then it was this lady, and the lady was the one that we did with Hermosa Saloon. And you can just tell from the get that she wasn't into us playing there at the Speakeasy, trying to say like, "Oh, it's an older crowd, they don't like punk rock,"
Well,
which is like,
I know they have. It's not ska. I think it's reggae. There's some reggae, but what it sounds like is because from what Jesse told me, it sounds like whatever communication they messed up on. I think it's not as busy, so he was thinking of having rock weekend nights to make it busy.
Trying to live it up.
Like you try to bring it. I think he was trying to make it a younger person's crowd. What was your experience though, man? Because
At the House of Blues?
Yeah, when you went up and you're like, oh shit, the room's
It was
full.
cool. I mean, nerve-wracking a little bit, but then once we started going, it was cool. I saw on the security rail in front of us, there was the platform, and I was like, honestly, if anyone's gonna jump on it, it should be me because I know it's not gonna break. So I jumped, and I was like, oh, man, I'm here. What do I do? And I kept playing, and then I put my foot up because I was losing balance. And I think you thought I was jumping off.
yeah, I'm like, Jay just committed suicide.
That was a good move. That was a good move though. That was cool.
I was like, my foot was up, and I was there, and it was right in front of my buddies. So what? You're reading memes while I'm explaining.
Anyway,
That was pretty cool though. Yeah.
So, yeah, my foot's up, my buddies are in front of me, and then, I jumped back to the stage, and then later on in another song, I jumped off again. Now it's all these kids that were mosh pitting, and they were like feeling up my thigh and reaching for my wallet or whatever they were doing, and I was like, oh, okay, come back off. I like these shoes, and yeah, they were feeling me up, and that was tight. And then I threw a pick. I picked up the wrong pick that was too flat, or like too flimsy. So I threw it to my buddy, and I was gonna I had a fresh pack of picks in my pocket, and I started pulling one out, and then all these other kids were like, oh, give me one. I was like, fuck. So brand new pack of picks, and I ended up throwing them all out to the crowd.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and then I didn't even get to use them.
Well, that's what's funny is when we were walking in there because we were loading up, and then we saw the group that went on before us. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but they were doing like their own little rehearsal thing. Where they were standing on the stage, and then remember how we saw the rail, and I made a joke about like because not thinking of and then that actually happened. I thought that was really funny.
That rail was tight.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was like stepping the moment you stepped out of that green room and into that hallway, like that moment right there, leading to the stage. I feel like I remember being in the restroom getting ready, and then coming out. We were about to go on, and then it was like as soon as I stepped out of that green room into the hallway, was when the dream started. It was like the rest of it was all just like a dream. Like it was like living in somebody else's movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like,
that's how I felt at the Mint coming from the outside.
yeah,
You had to walk into that alley and then you open the door and you go around. That's the same thing.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is pretty tight right here.
And both, I think, were good chapters. So they're both, they both were like special in that regard. Yeah, there's some special things about the Mint too that I grabbed. Yeah.
You guys don't think I have childhood trauma, man.
Because every story that we told went straight back to your childhood.
Because that's where the strongest memories are. But it doesn't mean that they're all bad memories. What, you don't have very fond memories of a child or something?
Do I have fond memories of a child?
Okay, yeah. I see that I phrased that wrong. But
Oh, good thing Christian's not here, but he already did a lot of things.
Don't worry, everything's recorded.
Oh, we got him.
You do realize this whole entire time we've
I
been
don't
talking
care.
and all that
Anyways,
is being recorded.
my point is, don't you have fond memories as being a child?
Christian, while you were gone, Rick has asked me if I have fond memories of a child.
Having a child?
No, of
just being a child.
No, not as being a child.
Oh, like a memory of a child.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was like, you have
shit.
any fond memories of a child?
Yeah, when I look in the mirror.
Maybe not a good question to ask.
Alright, man. Y'all got sick minds.
Ready?
Live your best life and do so with passion. Sometimes I get in my mind and get too reactive. Don't drown in the black sky above the city lights. I made my mistakes and learned from my actions. If you take blame, accountable for what happens, I wanna be the star that shines bright. So give me the light of day. I found an honest way where life is meaningful. I hope you have it all. How could I believe in us when I didn't believe in me? I feel I acted as a now I stand a firm believer. The universe exists as my teacher. When I lost it all, fell to my knees, praying to any God that would listen. I'm desperate for a change, it is needed. I'm at war with myself, beat my demons. Like a bat out of hell, I'll repay the time you believed in me. Believe in me. Give me the light of day. I found an honest way where life is meaningful. I hope you have it all. Give me the light of day.
All right, guys, that was it for the first episode of our podcast. Want to say thank you so much for giving it a listen. We'll get better at it for you guys. Have a great time. We'll see you at the Whiskey. Friday, February 24th. Pursue your passions, make a change, go wild, defend your love, and as always, stay driven out.
Racism. Excuse me, I don't know how to play bass. And by the way, not all black people know how to play bass. Let's just cut that, okay?